Good day, everyone. I am Christinan Bacalso, and I will discuss to you the second part of the topic reality therapy. So, the application of therapeutic techniques and procedures. So, the practice of reality therapy can be conceptualized as the cycle of counseling, which consists of two major components. So, creating the counseling environment, and second, implementing specific procedures that lead to changes in behavior. The art of counseling is weaved to these components together in ways that lead clients to evaluate their lives and decide to move in more effective directions. How do these components blend in the counseling process? The cycle of counseling begins with creating a work relationship with clients, which was described in the previous section. The process proceeds through an exploration of clients' wants, needs, and perceptions. Clients explore their total behavior and make their own evaluation of how effective they are in getting what they want. If clients decide to try new behavior, they make plans that will lead to change and they commit themselves to those plans. The cycle of counseling includes the following up in how well clients are doing and offering further consultations as needed. So it is important to keep in mind that although the concept may seem simple as they are presented here, being able to translate them into actual therapeutic practice take considerable skill and creativity. So although the principles will be the same when used by any counselor who is certified in reality therapy, the manner in which these principles are applied does vary depending on the counselor's style and personal characteristics. So Robert Wobalding is a reality therapist who extended the practice therapy or the WDEP system. For both implementing and teaching reality therapy, over the years, he has played a major role in the development of reality therapy. So, Wobolding contributions to teaching reality therapy and conceptualizing therapeutic procedures. His idea rendered choice theory practical and usable by counselors, and his system provides a basis for conceptualizing and applying the theory. So, although reality therapy operates within the spirit of choice theory, they practice their own unique ways and develop their own individual therapeutic style. So let's discuss the counseling environment, the first major component. The practice of reality therapy rests on the assumption that a supportive and challenging environment allows clients to begin making life changes. The therapeutic relationship is the foundation for effective practice. If this is lacking, there is little hope that the system can be successfully implemented. Counselors who hope to create a therapeutic alliance strive to avoid behaviors such as arguing, attacking, accusing, demeaning, bossing, criticizing, finding fault, coercing, encouraging excuses, holding grudges, stealing fear, and giving up easily. In a short period of time, clients generally begin to appreciate the caring, accepting, non coercive, choice theory environment. It is from this mildly confrontative yet always non criticizing, non blaming, non complaining, caring environment that clients learn to create the satisfying environment that leads to successful relationship. So in this coercion-free atmosphere, clients feel free to be creative and begin to try new behaviors. So the second major component is the procedures that lead to change. So reality therapists operate on the assumption that we are motivated to change when we are convinced that our present behavior is not meeting our needs, and second, when we believe we can choose other behaviors that will get us closer to what we want. So, reality therapists begin by asking clients what they want from therapy. So, therapists take the mystery and uncertainty out of the therapeutic process. They also inquire about choices clients are making in their relationships. So in most instances, there is a major unsatisfied relationship, and clients usually do not believe they have any choice in what is going on in this relationship. In the beginning, the clients may deny this is the case. For example, the client might say, I'm depressed. My depression is the problem. Why are you talking about my relationship? The client often does not want to talk about the real problem, which is the unsatisfying relationship or lack thereof. In the first session, a skilled therapist looks for and defines wants of the clients. The therapist also looks for a key and satisfying present relationship, usually with a spouse, a child, a parent, or an employer. The therapist might ask, whose behavior can you control? This question may need to be asked several times during the few sessions to deal with the client's resistance to looking at his or her own then behavior. The emphasis is encouraging clients to focus on what they can control. When clients begin to realize that they control only their own behavior, therapy is underway. The rest of therapy focuses on how clients can make better choices. There are more choices available that clients realize, and the therapists explore these possible choices. Clients may be stuck in misery, blaming, and past, but they can choose to change even if the other person in the relationship does not change. So, Will Bolding 2011 makes the point that clients can learn that they are not at the mercy of others, are not victims, are capable of gaining a sense of inner control, and have a range of choices open to them. In short, clients in um, rela- reality therapy often acquire a sense of hope for a better future. So, reality therapists explore the tenets of choice theory with clients, helping clients identify basic needs, discovering clients' quality world, and finally helping clients understand they are choosing the total behaviors that are symptoms. So, in every instance, when clients make a change, it is their choice. With the therapist's help, clients learn to make better choices than they did when they were on their own. So, through choice theory, clients can acquire and maintain successful relationships. So, the WDEP system. So, Bolding uses the acronym WDEP to describe key procedures in the practice of reality therapy. The WDEP system of reality therapy can be described as effective, practical, usable, theory-based, cross-cultural, and founded on universal human principles. So the WDEP system can be used to help clients explore their wants, possible things they can do, opportunities for self-evaluation, and design plans for improvement. So, grounded in choice theory, the WDEP system assists people in satisfying their basic needs. So, each of the letters refers to a cluster of strategies. W for wants, needs, and perception, the letter D for direction and doing, the letter E for self evaluation, and P for planning. So, these strategies are designed to promote change. So, the first letter is wants, which means exploring wants, needs, and perceptions. So, reality therapy assists clients in discovering their wants and hopes. All wants are related to the five basic needs. The key question asked is, what do you want? Through the therapy's skillful questioning, clients are assisted in defining what they want from the counseling process and from the world around them. So it is useful for clients to define what they expect and want from the counselor and from themselves. Part of counseling consists of exploring the picture album or quality world of clients and how their behavior is aimed at moving their perception of the external world closer to their inner world of wants. So clients are given the opportunity to explore every facet of their lives, including what they want from their family, friends, and work. So furthermore, this exploration of wants, needs, and perception should continue throughout the counseling process as clients' picture change. So here are some useful questions to help clients pinpoint what they want. first, if you were the person that you wish you were, what kind of person you would be. So what would your family be like if your wants and their wants match? Next is, what would you doing if you were living as you want to? And next is, do you really want to change your life? Next is, what is it you want that you don't seem to be getting from life? And lastly is, what do you think stops you from making the changes you would like? So according to Bolding and Brickell 2009, now include questions focusing on perceptions. How do you look at the situation? Where do you seek your control? People have a great deal more control that they often perceive, and this question help clients move from a sense of external control to a sense of internal control. This line of questioning sets the stage for applying other procedures in reality therapy. It is an art for counselors to know what questions to ask, how to ask them, and when to ask them. So relevant questions help clients gain insight and arrive at plans and solutions. Although well-timed, open-ended questions can help clients identify their counseling goals. Excessive questioning can result in resistance and defensiveness. Part of this phase of counseling involves eliciting a commitment to counseling. So personal growth will occur to the degree that clients are committed to making changes in their actions. Next is direction and doing. The focus on the present is characterized by the key question asked by the reality therapist: what are you doing? So even though problems may be rooted in the past, clients need to learn how to deal with them in the present by learning better ways of getting what they want. Problems must be solved either in the present or through a plan for the future. So the therapist's challenge is to help clients make more need satisfying choices. So earlier in counseling, it is essential to discuss with clients the overall direction of their lives, including where they are going and where their behavior is taking them. This exploration is preliminary to the subsequent evaluation of whether it is desirable direction. So the therapist holds a mirror before the clients and asks, what do you see for yourself now and the future? So it often takes some time for this reflection to become clearly to clients so they can verbally express their perception. So, reality therapy focuses on gaining awareness of changing current total behavior. To accomplish this, reality therapies focus on questions like this: what are you doing now? What did you actually do yesterday? What did you want to do differently this past week? What stopped you from doing what you said you wanted to do? And what will you do tomorrow? Listening to clients talk about feelings can be productive, but only if it is linked to what they are doing. So when an emergency light on the car dashboard lights up, the driver is alerted that something is wrong, that immediate action is necessary to remedy a problem. In a similar way, when clients talk about problematic feelings, most reality therapists affirm and acknowledge these feelings. So rather than focusing mainly on these feelings, however, reality therapists encourage clients to take action by changing what they are doing and thinking. So it is easier to change what we are doing and thinking than to change our feelings. From a choice theory perspective, discussion centering on feelings without strongly relating to them, what people are doing and thinking, are counterproductive. Next is self-evaluation. Self-evaluation is the cornerstone of reality therapy procedures. The core of reality therapies, as we have seen, is to ask clients to make the following self-evaluation. Does your present behavior have a reasonable chance of getting you what you want now, and it will take you in the direction you want to go? So specifically, evaluation involves the client examining behavioral direction. So specific actions, wants, perception, new direction, and plans. According to Bolding 2007, clients often present a problem with a significant relationship, which is at the root of much of their dissatisfaction. The counselor can help clients evaluate their behavior by asking this question. So is your current behavior bringing you closer to people important to you, or is it driving you further apart? So through skillful questioning, the counselor helps clients determine um, if what they are doing is helping them. So artful questioning assists clients in evaluating their present behavior in the direction this is taking them. So Will Bolding 2011 A suggests questions like this. Is it what you are doing helping or hurting you? Is it what you are doing now what you want to be doing? Is your behavior working for you? Is there a healthy congruence between what you are doing and what you believe? Is what you are doing against the rules? Is what you want realistic or attainable? Does it help you to look at it that way? Is it really true that you have no control over your situation? Have you committed are you to the therapeutic process in changing your life? And after carefully examining what you want, does it appear to be in your best interest and in the best interest of others? So asking clients to evaluate each component of their total behavior is a major task in reality therapy. It is the counselor task to assist clients in evaluating the quality of their actions and to help make responsible choices and devise effective plans. Individuals will not change until they first decide that a change would be more advantageous. Without honest self assessment, it is unlikely that clients will change. Reality therapists are relentless in their efforts to help clients conduct explicit self evaluations of each behavioral component. So, when therapists ask depressing clients if this behavior is helping in the long run, they introduce the idea of choice to the client. The process of evaluation of doing, thinking, feeling, and physiological components of total behavior is within the scope of the client's responsibility. Reality therapists may be directive in a certain clients at the beginning treatment. This is done to help clients recognize that some behaviors are not effective. In the working with clients who are in crisis, for example, it is sometimes necessary to suggest straightforwardly what will work and what will not. Other clients, such as alcoholic and children of alcoholics, need direction early in the course of treatment, for often they do not have the thinking behaviors their control system to be able to make consistent evaluation of their lives are seriously out of effective control. These clients are likely to have blurred pictures and at times to be unaware of what they want or whether they want are realistic. As they grow and continue to interact with the counselor, they learn to make evaluation with less and less help from counselor. Planning and action. Much of the significant work of the counseling process involves helping clients identify specific ways to fulfill their wants and needs. Once clients determine what they want to change, they are generally ready to explore other possible behaviors and formulate an action plan. The key question is, what is your plan? The process of creating and carrying out plans enables people to begin to gain effective control over their lives. If the plan does not work for whatever reason, the counselor and client work together to devise a different plan. The plan gives the client a starting point, a toehold on life, but plans can be modified as needed. Throughout this plan phase, the counselor continually urges the client to be willing to accept the consequences for his or her own choices and action. Not only are plans discussed in light of how they can help the client personally, but plans are also designed in terms of how they are likely to affect others in the client's life. So, Will Bolding discuss the central role of planning and commitment. The culmination of the cycle of counseling rests with a plan of action. Although planning is important, it is effective only if the client has made a self evaluation and determined that he or she wants to change behavior. So, Will Bolding uses the acronym SAMIC to capture the essence of a good plan: simple, attainable, measurable, immediate, involved, controlled by the planner, committed to, and consistently done. So Bolding contends that clients gain more effective control over their lives with plans that have the following characteristics. First is the plan is within the limits of the motivation and capacities of the client. So skillful counselor help clients identify plans that involve greater need fulfilling payoffs. So clients may be asked, what plans could you make now that would result in a more satisfying life? Second is good plans are simple and easy to understand. So there are realistically doable, positive rather than negative, dependent on the planner, specific, immediate, and repetitive. So although they need to be specific, concrete, and measurable, plans should be flexible and open to revision as clients gain a deeper understanding of the specific behaviors they want to change. Next is the plan involves a positive course of action and it is stated in terms of what the client is willing to do. Even small plans can help clients take significant steps toward their desired changes. Next is counselors encourage clients to develop plans that they can carry out independently of what others do. So plans that are contingent on others lead clients to sense that they are not steering their own ship but are at the mercy of the ocean. Next is effective plans are repetitive and ideally are performed daily. Next is plans are carried out as soon as possible. So counselors can ask the questions, what are you willing to do today to begin to change your life? Next is plans involve process-centered activities. For example, clients may plan to do any of the following: apply for a job, write a letter to a friend, take a yoga class, substitute nutritious food for a junk food, devote 2 hours a week to volunteer work, or take a vacation that they have been wanting. Next is before clients carry out their plan, it is a good idea for them to evaluate it with their therapist to determine either it is a realistic and attainable and whether it is relates to what they need and want. So after the plan has been carried out in real life, it is useful to evaluate it again and make any revision that may be necessary. Lastly, to help clients commit themselves to their plan, and it is useful for them to form it in writing. So resolutions and plans are empty unless they are commitment to carry them out. So it is up to clients to determine how their plans outside the restricted world of therapy and into the everyday world. Effective therapy can be catalyst that leads to self-directed, responsible living. So asking clients to determine what they want for themselves, to make a self-evaluation, and to follow through with action plans include assisting them in determining how intensely they are willing to work to attain the changes they desire. So commitment is not an all or nothing matter. It exists in degrees. So Bolding maintains that it is important for a therapist to express concern about clients' level of commitment or how much they are willing to work to bring out change. This communicates in explicit way to clients they have within them the power to take charge of their lives. It is essential that those clients who are reluctant to make a commitment be helped to express and explore their fears of failing. Clients are helped by a therapist who does not easily give up believing their ability to make better choices, even if they are not always successful in completing their plans. So in this workshop, Bolding often mentioned this axiom of reality therapy. To fail to plan is to plan to fail. Application to group counseling. With the emphasis on connection and interpersonal relationships, reality therapy is well suited for various kinds of group counseling. Groups provide members with many opportunities for exploring ways to meet their needs through the relationship formed within the group. So, in particular, the WDEP system can be applied to helping group members satisfy their basic needs. If members talk about their past experiences or makes excuses for their current behavior, the group leader redirects them to what they are presently doing. From the very beginning of a group, the members can be asked to take an honest look at they are doing and to clarify whether their behavior is getting them what they say they want. Once group members get a clearer picture of what they have in their lives now and what they want to be different, they can use the group as a place to explore an alternative course of behavior. This model lends itself to expecting the members to carry out homework assignment between the group meetings. However, it is the members, with the help of the leader, who evaluate their own behavior and decide whether they want to change. Members also take the lead in deciding what kinds of homework tasks they will set for themselves as way to achieve their goals. So group leaders often meet with resistance if they make poorly timed suggestion and plans for how the members should best live, live their lives. To their credit, reality therapists keep asking the members to evaluate for themselves whether what they are doing is getting them what they want. If the members concede that what they are doing is not working for them, their resistance is more likely to melt and they tend to be more open to trying different behaviors. Once the members make some changes, reality therapy provides the structure for them to formulate specific plans for action and to evaluate their of success. Feedback from the members and the leader can help individuals design realistic and attainable plans. Considerable time is devoted during the group session for developing and implementing plans. If people don't carry out a plan, it is important to discuss with them what stopped them. Perhaps they set their goals unrealistically high, or perhaps there are discrepancy between what they say they want to change and the steps they are willing to take to bring about change. So reality therapy insists that change will not come by insight alone. Rather, members have to begin doing something different once they determine that their behavior is not working for them. So skeptical about the value of catharsis as a therapeutic vehicle unless the release of pent-up emotion is eventually put into some kind of cognitive framework and is followed up with an action plan. So in the groups that facilitate, group members are challenged to look at the futility of waiting for others to change. So members to assume that the significant people in their life may never change, which means that they will have to take a more active stance in shaping their own destiny. So the emphasis of reality therapy on teaching clients that the only life they can control is their own, and the focus placed on helping group members change their own patterns of acting and thinking. So, reality therapy from a multicultural perspective. So, the strengths from a diversity perspective. The core principles of choice theory and reality therapy have much to offer in the area of multicultural counseling. So, in cross-cultural therapy, it is essential that counselors respect the differences in worldview between themselves and their clients. So counselors demonstrate their respect for the cultural values of their clients by helping them explore how satisfying their current behavior is both to themselves and to others. So once clients make this assessment, they can formulate realistic plans that are consistent with their cultural values. So it is further sign of respect that the counselor refrains from deciding what behavior should be changed. So through skillful questioning on the counselor's part, clients from diverse ethnic backgrounds can be helped to determine the degree to which they have become acculturated into the dominant society. So it is possible for them to find a balance retaining their ethnic identity and values while integrating some of the values and practice of the dominant group. Again, the counselors does not determine this balance for clients, but works with them to arrive at their own answers with this focus on thinking and acting rather than exploring feelings. Many clients are less likely to display resistance to counseling. So, another is a key strength of reality therapy is that it provides clients with tools to make the change just their desire. This is especially through during the planning phase, which is central to the process of reality therapy. So the focus is on positive steps that can be taken, not what cannot be done. So clients identify those problems that are causing them difficulty, and these problems become the targets for change. So this type of specificity and the direction that is provided by an effective plan are certainly assets in working with diverse client groups. So reality therapy needs to be used artfully and to be applied in different ways with a variety of clients. So many of its principles and concepts can be incorporated in a dynamic and personal way in the style of counselors, and there's a basis for integrating these concepts with most of the other therapeutic shortcomings from a diversity perspective. One of the shortcomings of reality therapy in working with clients from certain ethnic group is that it may not take fully into account some very environmental forces that operate against them in their everyday lives. Reality therapy gives only limited attention to helping people address environmental and social problems. Discrimination, racism, sexism, homophobia, heterosexism, ageism, negative attitudes towards disabilities, and other social injustices are unfortunate realities, and these forces do limit many individuals in getting what they want from life. It is important that therapists acknowledge that people do not choose to be the victims of various forms of discrimination and oppression. If therapists do not accept this environmental restriction or are not interested in bringing about social injustice as well as individual change, clients are likely to feel misunderstood. There is a danger that some reality therapists may overstress the ability of these clients to take charge of their lives and not pay enough attention to systemic and environmental factors that can limit potential for choice. Some reality therapists may make the mistake of too quickly or too forcefully stretching the ability of their clients to take charge of their lives. On this point, Woboding maintains that because of oppression and discrimination, some people have fewer choices available to them. Yet they do have choices. Woboding sees reality therapy as helping clients to focus on these choices they do have. Although focusing on choices clients do have is useful, clients may need to talk about the ways their choices are restricted by environmental circumstances. Therapists would do well to consider how both they and their clients could take even small steps toward bringing about societal changes, as do feminist therapists. Another shortcoming associated with reality therapy is that some clients are very reluctant to directly verbally express what they need. Their cultural values and norms may not reinforce them in assertive asking for they want. In fact, they may be socialized to think more of what is good for social group than of their individual wants. So in working with people with these values, counselors must soften reality therapy somewhat. If reality therapy is to be used effective with clients from other culture, the procedures must be adapted to the life experiences and values of members from various cultures. Summary and evaluation. So the summary. The reality therapist functions as a teacher, a mentor, and a model, confronting clients in ways that help them evaluate what they are doing and whether their behavior is fulfilling their basic needs without harming themselves or others. The heart of reality therapy is learning how to make better and more effective choices and gain more effective control. People take charge of their lives rather than being the victims of circumstances beyond their control. So, practitioners of reality therapy focus on what clients are able and willing to do in the present to change their behavior. Practitioners teach clients how to make significant connection with others. So therapists continue to ask clients to evaluate the effectiveness of what they are choosing to do to determine if better choices are possible. So the practice of reality therapy waves together two components, the counseling environment and procedures that lead to change in behavior. This therapeutic process enable clients to move in the direction of getting what they want. So the goals of reality therapy include behavioral change, better decision making, improve significant relationships, enhance living, and more effective satisfaction of all the psychological needs. The contribution of reality therapy. Among the advantages of reality therapy are its relatively short-term focus and the fact that it deals with conscious behavioral problem. Insight and awareness are not enough. The client's self-evaluation, a plan of action, and a commitment to following through are the core of the therapeutic process. The focus on strongly encouraging clients to engage in self-evaluation, to decide if what they are doing is working or not, and to commit themselves to do what is required to make changes. The existential underpinnings of choice theory are a major strength of this approach, which accentuates taking responsibility for what we are doing. People are viewed as being hopelessly and helplessly depressed. Instead, people are viewed as doing the best they can or making the choice they hope will result in fulfilling their needs. With the emphasis on responsibility and choice, individuals can acquire a sense of self direction and empowerment. So, too often, counseling fails because therapists have an agenda for clients. The reality therapists help clients conduct a searching inventory of what they are doing. If clients determine that their present behavior is not working, they are then much more likely to consider acquiring a new behavioral repertoire. Many clients approach counseling with a great deal of skepticism. Reality therapy can be used effectively with individuals who manifest reluctance and who are often highly resistant. For example, in working with people with addiction, reality therapy strategies can be used to help clients evaluate where their behavior is leading them and to provide clients with options to bring out positive changes in their behavior. So reality therapy have been effectively used in addiction treatment and recovery programs for more than 30 years. So in many situations with this population, it would be inappropriate to embark on a long-term therapy that delves into unconscious dynamics and an extensive exploration of one past. So reality therapy focuses on making changes in the present and is an effective short-term approach, often in 10 sessions or less. Limitations and criticisms of reality therapy. So from the perspective, one of the main limitations of reality therapy is that um, it does not give adequate emphasis to the role of the following aspects of the counseling process: the role of insight, the unconscious, the power of the past, and the effect of traumatic experiences in early childhood, the therapeutic value of dreams and places of transference. Because of reality therapy focuses almost exclusively on unconscious, it does not take into account factors such as repress, conflicts, and the power of the unconscious in influencing how we think, feel, behave, and choose. So dealing with dream is not part of the reality therapy's repertoire. According to Glasser 2001, it is not therapeutically useful to explore dreams. For him, spending time discussing dreams can be a defense used to avoid talking about one's behavior and thus time wasted. From perspective, dreams are powerful tools in helping people recognize their internal conflicts. So believe that there is a richness in dreams which can be short and message of clients' central struggle, one's hope and visions of the future. So asking clients to recall, report, share, and relive their dreams in here and now of the therapeutic session can be help unblock them and can pave the way for clients to take different course of action. So Bolding admits that reality therapy can lend itself to fixing problems and imposing a therapist's values on clients, especially by inexperienced or inadequately trained counselors. So Bolding adds that it's not the therapist's role to evaluate the behavior of clients. Generally, clients need to engage in the process of courageous self-evaluation to determine how certain behaviors are working and what changes they may want to make. So it is critically the therapist monitor any tendency to judge clients' behavior, but instead to do all possible to get clients to make their own evaluation of their behavior. Finally, reality therapy makes use of concrete language and simple concept. This erroneously be viewed as a simple approach does not require a high level of competence. So because reality therapy is easily understood, it might appear to be easy to implement. However, the effective practice of reality therapy requires practice, supervision, and continuous learning. So competent reality therapists have a thorough understanding of choice theory and have mastered the art of applying reality therapy procedures to working with diverse clients with a range of clinical problems. And that's all. Thank you for listening.